Delveeta Thompson. I'm from the South Central, Joppee, better known as Joppee neighborhood. We are a historic neighborhood. We're one of 10, Freedmanstown in Dallas, Texas. We are listed as the number 3 best preserved Freedmanstown in Texas. We are doing so many things in our neighborhood that we're trying to do and accomplish. We've accomplished much, but there's still some things that we have to accomplish. One thing that we've been working on is our historic designation, the historical marker. And with that marker, then we'll be not only listed on the web as the number 3 best preserved Freedmanstown in Texas, but we will have our marker giving somewhat of the history of our neighborhood. This neighborhood has been definitely just redone. When it first started out, it was 6 plantations on this neighborhood. One of the plantations was the largest, was Miller Plantation. The Miller Plantation had some free slaves that when the Emancipation Proclamation went through, that they remained. Others may not have decided to leave, but those others that did decide to leave did leave. But we do have one free slave by the name of Melissa Pierce, who owned a lot of land, and she was able to donate some land for the first school, the first church, the first football field, baseball diamond field. And this was something that was not only in my mother and my uncle's times, but was also in my time. So I was able to go to one of the schools there in that neighborhood, which actually was the only school in the neighborhood. It was torn down some years later, but the neighborhood is still thriving. A lot of residents that grew up there, they moved away, and some of the family stayed, but some of those that did not stay, their properties were overtaken or sold. Nevertheless, Habitat is coming to our neighborhood. They've been there since 2006, and they're coming to build some more homes next month. Over the next couple of years, Habitat is going to be building other homes on properties that they were able to obtain. So our neighborhood is going back to growing as it first was, because it was a thriving neighborhood. My grandmother organized the South Central Civic League, in which I'm here at City Hall during this boot camp with. I'm glad to know that we do have some leaders now of this organization that are working even harder in getting things that we have long been overlooked for. We definitely have to have our streets continue to be corrected as far as from asphalt to concrete curb and sidewalks. I spoke to the City Council on the 5th of August about this. When there's money left behind, City Council members that have gone to out of their term, then there's discretionary funds that's left behind. So the community has pulled together and have stated what they want to see done with that remaining money that's left from the city. So we just ask that all other neighbors come and visit our neighborhood. This past Saturday, we were elated to have a ribbon cutting ceremony for our first spray ground park. When all of the pools in some of the neighborhoods were closed, our community was one that had a pool closed. So it's been long overdue. The neighborhood does have bus services, but the bus services do not run between 8:45 in the morning to 3:45 in the afternoon, Monday through Friday. There's no Saturday and Sunday services at all. But with the increase of Habitat homes and more families coming, we're certain that we will get more bus services to our neighborhood so our children can go to other places. With that time frame, they couldn't go anywhere. Now that they have a spray ground, they can stay within their own neighborhood, and parents can feel safe that their children are being watched. Even the city has taken up and adopted our community as far as to giving us the time and presenting the children with not only field trips, but free lunches during the summer. So this is our neighborhood. We finally got a bridge that was long overdue. It was supposed to have been there in the mid-90s. So we have a bridge over Union Pacific Railroad. Union Pacific was not friendly to us when they first came in. Southern Pacific was. So a little bit of that history is my mother, my uncles, all had to walk the train tracks from the South Central Joppee neighborhood over to South Dallas to Lincoln High School. Southern Pacific was gracious enough to hold up the train so that all of the students could walk the train tracks over the Trinity River to that South Dallas neighborhood, go to school, and then in the afternoon they would hold up the train so that the students would come back home safely. We don't have to do that now. We have the bus services. But that's just a little bit about history. In order to get some more, you have to come out to our neighborhood and get the rest. God bless you.